It's the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see Dak Prescott. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Seahawks and the Rams on EA Sports.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading them out, their young quarterback, the rookie from LSU.
And he was the number 2 overall pick in the draft because he is special. A dual threat athlete at the quarterback position. Beats you with his arm and his legs and runs the ball better than any quarterback since maybe Lamar Jackson came out of Louisville. But with that being said, he's got to be smart about how he runs the football. He puts himself in position to take some big shots.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now Daniels. Swinging this out for Pollard. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 2nd down and 6 now. Off the play fake, Daniels. That's the rookie first-round pick, Xavier Legette. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The rushing numbers for Pollard last week, 12 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
Got a man, that's Legette. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Here's Daniels. He'll get this to Baker. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. To the air goes Daniels. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. The point after, good by Groupie. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. So here come the Seahawks now for their first drive. As we get a peek at their dynamic signal caller hailing from Mississippi State, it's Dak Prescott.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
From the 42-yard line, here's second down and a yard. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Christian Watson, 58 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fighting through at the 25. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls, because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. This now a 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Daniels. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
They'll send Watson in motion right. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And he'll get this up to about the 40. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down. In motion left goes a tight end. Prescott now. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. The Seahawks at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Here's Prescott. Quick slant to Watson. This defense for the Rams, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Off the play fake, Prescott able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Prescott to throw it. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Rams will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Now the L.A. offense ready for this next possession. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Pollard again. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. To throw is Daniels. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Blake Gillikin now. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. The Seahawks offense and running back Jonathan Taylor heading back onto the field. As we transition into the second half of the season, you can see he's the NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Yeah, here we go.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You talk about this Rams defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 27-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Looking to throw. Prescott. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Seven, our score after 1. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. As they've got it as we resume action. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
They turn to Taylor on 4th. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Now Prescott. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They go play action. Daniels. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
After his fumble earlier, this rookie's making sure he hangs on to the ball this time around. Still don't want to see him taking these hits this often, or turnovers becoming a persistent problem. But you understand why he had to be careful there.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. In motion goes the tight end. Daniels looking to throw. That one complete till again. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. To throw is Prescott. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. To the right side, this is Taylor. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Yeah, there we go.
They run once more with Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. The tackle by Eric Armstead. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Pollard will take it up the gut. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Out of the gun to give to Pollard. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete to Baker. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here now, 2nd and 4. Off to Thomas on the left side. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. 11 yards for number 11. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now Daniels. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They're trying to get back on track following the loss to Buffalo a week ago. But the good news, they've got the lead right now here in the football 1st and 10. Prescott. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's second down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing. Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Prescott yet again. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Throwing now is Daniels. He'll get this to Baker. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And they'll send the tight end in motion. To the air goes Daniels. Got a man. That's Leggett. Here's Daniels. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Baker. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there. 32 yards. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Groupie for the extra point. Now we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Seahawks offense and receiver Christian Watson getting set for this next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As was
past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Seahawks offense and Dak Prescott getting ready to go once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. In motion, the tight end. Here's Prescott. And this is caught. It's Brown.
And the Seahawks are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
They'll throw again. Prescott. This will be caught at about the 5. So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and it'll bring up a second and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Prescott to throw it. Forced out to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Prater's kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. Now, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. In motion left here, one of their tight ends.
To throw is Daniels. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Again, it's Johnson.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47.
There's a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
They'll run it. This is from Andre Stevenson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Finding Knox there, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 2. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Defense.
So they don't even need to run a 2nd down play. Give them the first.
And typically when we see this jumping, isn't it usually 3rd down, 4th down? They got him on 2nd down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Prescott now. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 point.
Oh, Prescott stripped. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. They'll go with Pollard here on first down to about the 33-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Daniels looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. In motion goes the tight end. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Baker. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now 2 yards to go on third down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Buda Baker with a pick, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Here's Groupie for the PAT.
It's up and good to make it 21-17. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
I think a lot of time when we see a sack, you say, well, you blame it on the offensive line, the quarterback, but here, maybe you just tip your hat to the defender. What a play.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they just get a sense of the play before the ball's even snapped. Kind of like a sprinter anticipating the gun in a race. They're off, and guess what? The quarterback's down.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Seattle. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. He gets this one to Johnson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And, oh, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
The Rams on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
That is caught, and they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now Daniels. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. Now it's Daniels. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Here comes 3rd down and 7. They'll look to throw again. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Well, this offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
To throw is Prescott.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Off the play fake, Daniels. That's dumped off to Pollard. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th quarter lead.
To the air goes Daniels. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Throwing now is Daniels.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line.
The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Prescott from the gun. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That's interference. Defense.
So the PI decline, and that'll give them a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
Finding his big receiver. Oh, no, he lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Let's go. Yeah, we dominate today.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Following the fumble recovery, Daniels. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Here's Daniels. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Operating from the gun, Daniels. He'll get this to Baker. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now a give here to Pollard. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 70 yards on the ground here for Pollard. This is a first down. To throw is Daniels. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Muscles him off. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Back to throw. Daniels. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Group E able to add the PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 11. A 10-play drive that time. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have. Here's 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Wait, take.
Throwing, Prescott. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. In motion, the tight end. Prescott now. He'll get this one to Patrick. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is third down now. Now Prescott. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And this is 4-down territory here. They know down 2 scores at this late stage, 10-yard passes aren't going to do it. So they took the shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And that will set him up in excellent shape. First and goal at the 9-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
And now a fake there on the jet sweep as they'll give to Pollard. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tony Pollard with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Rams are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this fourth-quarter advantage. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Prescott to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Patrick. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 12, operating from the 39. Looking to throw, Prescott. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 12-yard line. One last shot now for Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Patrick. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence,
and made it happen for a victory.
So for Los Angeles,
they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule.
And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.